guys doing? I'm not high right now. I've learned it's not a good idea to get stoned in front of strangers. A year ago, I did a ski trip. I got on a plane with a bunch of strangers on a new ski club I joined. We're going out to Steamboat. A friend of mine is a chemical engineer, but he's also an amateur psychopharmacologist. He made me a pot cookie. He sized me up for height and weight. He says, eat about a quarter of this. That's about as high as you want to get. I ate the whole thing and went to the airport. I got on the plane. The entire plane started to swim like that movie, The Shape of Water. And I met my roommate. He was sitting next to me on the plane, and he asked me a question. About 3 minutes later, I heard the sound of somebody's voice, and I realized it was mine. And then I realized I had to keep talking until I remembered the question, remembered what the fuck I was talking about, and had to answer the question. And by then, everybody on the plane was like, man, this guy's fucked up. Remember New Year's resolutions? Yeah, me neither. It's the end of February, who gives a shit? I did keep one resolution though. I'm off the dating apps. I'm done. I'm done with the wounded birds. I'm done with the damaged goods. I'm done with the bunny boilers. I'm done with the danger runs. I'm done with the alcoholics. I'm done with the coke fiends. I'm done with the meth heads and the sex addicts. Come on! I'm divorced, thanks. Twice, thanks. My first wife and I were like a couple of Disney characters. We started out as Snow White and Prince Charming. We ended up as Grumpy and Frozen. I'm 62 years old. I'm pitching a reality show about my sex life. Antiques Roadshow. Last dating app I was on was called Our Time. They forgot to add, has passed. I've dated a lot of widows because men my age, well, they die. Last widow I dated was married to a multi-millionaire. She raised her kids in a McMansion in North Jersey. I was really self-conscious. I have a small apartment on the Upper West Side. I took her to my apartment. I said, I'm sorry, my place is so small. She said, that's all right. I'm used to a man in a box. It's no wonder I have problems with relationships. My parents went through a rough patch. It was called my entire life. When my parents passed away, we sold our house. It was right before COVID. I moved to the Upper West Side, so I'm cleaning out all of the old family photos, and I saw that I had the great memories of all of our family vacations to the emergency room, the drunk tank, the food stamp office. My parents did one thing, right? I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I call it atheist prep. You guys know about Catholics? You touch yourself, you're going to hell. You touch little boys, you're going to Boston. Catholics are big on funerals. I'm going to get cremated. I like to think outside the box. Sometimes I overthink it. You ever wonder if the Virgin Mary had a good time on Mother's Day? I'm going to say no. I think every year she was just slumped in the corner, bawling her eyes out. Jesus would come home. Mom, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. My husband smells like sawdust, my son doesn't exist, and I've never been fucked. That's what's wrong, Junior. You guys still happy with the way you voted? Here's the thing. Not to get political. I'm apolitical, which means I'm a Republican who doesn't vote. I would love to vote for a Republican. Do you know any? This last election cycle, Trump campaigned by driving a garbage truck and working at a McDonald's. I'm from Staten Island. That's not a future president. That's my Uncle Howie. Am I overthinking this? Look, I overthink everything. I'm an engineer. I haven't always been an engineer. I thought about becoming a mortician because I like sex. When I was a little kid, I told my parents I wanted to study anthropology. My father went apeshit. In graduate school, I took a course in evolution. I felt like a fish out of water. You guys have been great. I'm Pete Glissman. Thank you.
All right, that was Pete. Holy cow, you gotta look out for him. Oh, wow, wow.